Started with Kingdom Hearts Cross back cover. See what that's all about. I think it's a movie. I don't think I'm going to be doing any gameplay here. I think it's just watching and being confused in the traditional Kingdom Hearts way. Yeah, none of them look familiar as far as I'm concerned. They always remix the same song too. I love it. Subtitles, of course. Whoa, what are these graphics? Alright, let me know if audio's off a little bit. They keep talking about 5. What is this? So this is a pretty big departure from what we've been doing. Everything that we've seen and played has been in the same PS2 graphics engine. This does not look like everything else that we have seen so far. See, and that doesn't look like Sora or anything. That's like probably a new protagonist. I don't even know what system this game was on, to be honest. And there's no way I'm reading all that before. They keep on talking about 5. I think they keep flashing the same text over and over again. 6 apprentices, and 5 who became to be known as the Foretellers. There's the Keyblade graveyard. Oh, is this detailing the Keyblade War that happened even before Birth by Sleep? Well, that was an intro. I was kind of confused by it, but it seems to have been taking place before Birth by Sleep. Oh, here we go. Now we're in the meat.
So that makes you the indisposable number 7. Huh. Come on, it's simple. U6 plus me is 7. Wait, don't tell me I don't count.
No.
Okay, a Keyblade wielder.
Here, take it.
In the Master's playful and mischievous way, he gave his apprentice Luciu a very important role.
Okay, these are new
What
characters.
seemed like a simple task was the element that would connect all of the events to come. Long, long ago, all the worlds were still one. One day, this would be called the Age of Fairy Tales. It all began here in Daybreak Town.
Daybreak
The
Town.
Master of Masters had an eye that gazes into the future. he bestowed upon 5 of his 6 apprentices a copy of the Book of Prophecies, in which was written the events to come.
So they kind of foretell everything that's been happening in Kingdom Hearts, apparently. But only 5 of them get the Book of Prophecies.
So, did you look through the book?
Yes, but I'm still analyzing it.
Wow, no quick skim for you, huh?
I just prefer to be thorough. Master, is what it says in the last passage true?
Oh yeah, that. Bummer, huh?
Yes.
By the way, if one day I suddenly disappear, I'm counting on you to keep the others calm, okay?
Huh? Disappear?
Vanish, dim, fade. I don't know how to explain it. It's just hypothetical talk.
Okay.
This world is full of light. It's a world comprised of many smaller worlds, all connected, stretching as far as the eye can see. One great light protects us all throughout this vast land. All worlds share one light, one fate.
I take it you're talking about Kingdom Hearts.
Damn
Yep.
right.
You're right on the money. People believe that the light that is Kingdom Hearts will be here forever. But if it were to disappear, the world would be enveloped in darkness.
I understand. That is why you granted us these Keyblades. With these, we can spread the teachings of light. And we can protect Kingdom Hearts from darkness.
No, they're not for protecting Kingdom Hearts.
Huh?
The final passage reads, "On that fated land, a great war shall transpire. Darkness will prevail, and the light expire."
Isn't it our duty as Keyblade wielders to prevent this war from taking place?
Not possible.
What?
You really think you can change the future?
Then, what do you want us to do?
We have to focus on what comes after. There's no use thinking of ways to change events that we know are gonna happen.
But what about all of those who are here now? And the ones who will be here when the darkness finally comes? Are we to abandon all of them?
Come on, are you telling me that you think the world can be saved by just 7 people?
We have to at least try. With enough Keyblade wielders, we could...
Well, if you want to give it a shot.
Yes.
The one,
Alrighty, good luck.
that one in the robe, the organization robe, that's the Master of Masters, right? Let me pause real quick. You said, so this is the story. So this story is more of a world lore building type thing. It's about the Keyblade world, or the Keyblade War. Okay, oh, it's good because I wanted to know more about it and what caused it. To be honest, I'm still kind of lost about it, but the Master of Masters is important, so take note of him. Alright, so what, if you can give me a little bit of background, what console or platform did this game come out on? Because in the very beginning, in the intro, they kind of showed what it looked like mobile graphics. They were like doing a lot of fighting and stuff, and PC browser MMO. Got it. And in the very end, they kind of showed them end up in the Keyblade graveyard. So I'm assuming that's how you said the Keyblade War, right? So there's that. Any other questions do I have? No, I think that's pretty much it for now. I think they pretty much explain all the other stuff.
And so the reliable Era, who wore the mask of the unicorn, was given his role to take over for the Master and to lead the others. Similarly, the virtuous Envy, who wore the mask of the snake, was given her role to watch over the others with a fair eye. The fearless Aced, who wore the mask of the bear, was given his role to support their brand new leader, Era. The prudent Ava, who wore the mask of the fox, was given her role to prepare exceptional Keyblade wielders for the world after. cool-headed Gula, who wore the mask of the leopard, was given his role to uncover the mystery of the Book of Prophecies. Lushu, the first of the apprentices to be given their role, watched his companions from afar as they learned what it was that they were meant to do. Then, he disappeared.
So it seems like everything from the Book of Prophecies that was passed down to the five, they know the events that are going to unfold pretty much. The Keyblade graveyard is where the war occurred.
Not long after that, the master vanished, dimmed, and faded without a trace.
Yo, these visuals look pretty good. Is this remade like PS4 graphics? PS3 graphics? Whatever this is right here? I don't know. It's definitely better than PS2, whatever's happening.
This is where your story began. The story of your very own adventure. 5 of the Master's apprentices armed themselves with the Book of Prophecies. They each created a union. This would fulfill his wishes. Then, they set out to rally Keyblade wielders just like you. By defeating Heartless, the monsters of darkness, they would gather light.
So there was even Heartless back then. It wasn't just the key back cover. It wasn't just the whatever they were called before.
There's a traitor among us.
In Birth by Sleep.
Are you certain? What proof do you have?
What is
I
that?
found this sniffing around.
Is that a dark Cherothy? Is that a nightmare?
A nightmare. It's cute. It's adorable.
Master, did you make this? It's so cute!
Well, things are gonna get pretty hectic around here soon. But this spirit Cherothy is gonna make your lives much easier. Hopefully.
Spirit?
You could say they're like cats or dogs. And they'll be your loyal pets. Every wielder will have one of these adorable little guys at their side. They're here to help, so play nice.
Okay.
Oh, right. Before I forget. If a wielder is overcome by malice, or rather if their heart is tainted by darkness, their adorable little spirit will turn dark and become a nightmare.
So you're telling us that if we see a nightmare...
Someone has fallen into darkness.
Ooh, that's why they were worried.
Exactly. And if you don't stop this renegade spirit, it'll plant darkness in the hearts of others. And you'll have an army of nightmares on your hands. Beware.
So, if we see one of these nightmares anywhere, we have to get rid of it on the spot.
No! I won't let you do that!
No wonder you ended up as the bear. You're scary.
Your point?
Maybe you can growl at them.
Ugh, don't insult me!
Come on, Hasset. You won't know if it works unless you try.
Please tell me you're joking. It's
Bullying
not
him.
me!
There's an easy way to solve this. If we all summon our spirits, then we'll know.
Unfortunately, there are countless wielders in our unions. It would be easy for any of us to summon a Cherothy that isn't a nightmare. I'm afraid that your suggestion wouldn't help us get to the bottom of this.
Yeah,
It's a
in
dream
that
eater.
case, who's to say that the nightmare you saw belongs to one of us? It could belong to anyone in our unions.
That's highly unlikely. Do you recall the tool the wielders were given in order to make them stronger? We generally don't concern ourselves with what they have at their disposal. However, I believe those tools were the Nightmare's doing.
The bangles. I know when they're equipped, they have the power to collect dark energy. But I thought we all agreed that was okay.
Collecting is fine, but using that power is the equivalent of using the power of darkness.
It's a brilliant plan. Everyone knows that all spirits look the same, and wielders exist in spades. There's no way to tell.
Oh no. Everyone's already equipped their bangles.
So what now? How do we find out who's behind this?
Seeing as those bangles couldn't have been acquired by just anyone, I believe it's one of us here in this room.
No, Ira. I respectfully disagree. What proof do we have that the bangles are tied to the power of darkness, or if a nightmare is to blame? We shouldn't simply jump to conclusions.
Ira, some leader you are. You've managed to plant seeds of doubt in all of us with that speech. What, did you expect the traitor to give themselves up with that accusation of yours?
Dang.
That was foolish.
Ridiculing
Said,
him.
that's quite enough.
It looks to me like the Master made the wrong choice.
Ooh.
Wait, where do you think you're going?
I think we're done here. I trust you'll keep us all updated.
I hope we can all resolve this soon.
That didn't go as expected.
What's wrong, Ira? This isn't like you.
A lost page. Something's missing from our book of prophecies. Each of our copies were said to contain the events of the future. But this incident, well, it's nowhere to be found.
And how does this whole thing with the traitor tie together?
Like I said, it's nowhere to be found. In my book.
Ira, are you implying that someone is in possession of the missing page? And the person with the complete book is the traitor?
There is something going on, and a page is suspiciously missing from the book. It's not so far-fetched to assume that the one who has the lost page has been turned, that they have fallen into the hands of darkness. Trust me.
There seems to be no record of it in my book either. You may be onto something. I wonder, could this have been the Master's plan all along? To grant the lost page to only one of us?
We have no way of knowing. The Master is gone.
I understand what you're saying. I promise to keep a close eye on the others. I will keep you informed, as always.
Thanks.
Of course. After all, that is what the Master asked of me.
So is that what they're just trying to do? Is just trying to find the person where darkness has overcome
And
them?
Ira, may your heart be your guiding key.
Because there's one of the 5 where darkness has overcome them, and that's why the nightmare, is now a dream eater, or that darkness has overtaken it, and so they know that one of them is
So, to sum it up,
traitorous, I guess.
I'll need you to observe the others. Easy breezy.
All right.
Like I said, Ira may have to take over for me. But don't be shy. Just be fair. And do not be afraid to speak up. Even though I say observe, you'll need to be the mediator. Make sure people get along.
Is this Lucio?
I understand, but
Oh, this is the
without you or
master of
Lucio,
masters, right?
to form and maintain our own unions is... It's a little unnerving, to be honest.
Oh, come on. Lighten up a little. Maybe I'll never disappear. Wait. Do you want me to go?
What? No, of course not.
I was just kidding.
Oh, I see.
Look, I get that change can be hard for everyone, but things need to keep moving forward. And you need to keep up. Otherwise, you'll just get left behind, all alone. Now that you know what the future holds, Envy, what does your heart say? May your heart be your guiding key. I say it all the time. You ultimately need to do what your heart feels is right.
Right.
Few days later.
I was wrong about Ira. I thought he would make a great leader, but he let me down. Well, what do you two think? You don't believe what Ira said, do you?
Of course not. His argument was unconvincing. It's like Inby said. He's just making baseless assumptions given the situation. There's no evidence to tie his accusations to anyone, let alone one of us.
Maybe there's something he hasn't told us.
And he needs to tell us. How dare he look at us with suspicion? We're his comrades.
I wouldn't call us comrades. Anyway, could you get to the point? I know you didn't call us here just to complain.
I want the three of us to form an alliance.
But alliances are forbidden, us said.
I knew it. I had a feeling it would come to this. So, we join forces, then confront Ira?
Confronting him is pointless. Ira won't change his mind. I know there's darkness at work. There's no question. But I don't believe for a second there's a traitor among us. Unfortunately, Ira doesn't share the same belief. He's just wasting time trying to figure out who the traitor is. The darkness won't wait, and neither should we. We need to band together now and find a way to fight it.
Guess it makes sense.
I agree that we need to do something to fight the darkness. But combining our unions? That was strictly forbidden by the Master.
He's no longer here.
I'm in. But let's be clear. The alliance is just between the two of us right now. I don't want my union members involved.
Gula!
Are they kind of...
I want to follow the Master's teachings.
Are they kind of bouncing
Understood.
back and forth
That's your choice to make.
between past and
You
present?
should do whatever you feel is right.
Yeah.
By the way, Ased, do Ira and Envy know?
I haven't talked to Ira about it for obvious reasons, but I did ask Envy to join us.
You wanted to see me? Gula, Ava, what are you doing here? What's the meaning of this?
Hear me out, Envy. I want an alliance among our unions. Gula here has already agreed. Will you join us? And together we can...
And disobey the Master's teachings?
We don't have a choice. Darkness is approaching, and we need to combine our strength to stand against it.
The Master bestowed each of us with a different role, and he specifically told us to keep our union separate, to maintain the balance of power. He told us that any imbalance would lead to a desire for more power, which leads to darkness. I know you haven't forgotten. Perhaps it's you who has been tainted by darkness.
I'm tainted by darkness? Then what about you, Envy? You spy on us and report everything you see back to Ira. You really think you have no darkness in your heart after what you did?
Because that is my role.
To observe us, yes, but not to disclose everything we say and do to Ira.
That's...
For all we know, you and Ira could be allies, scheming behind our backs.
that's enough.
Yeah, these graphics are kind of good.
When will it stop?
I like this.
I don't want us to turn against each other.
Master Ava.
Oh, Hello. Your name is Ephemer, right?
Uh-huh. Hey, can I join you?
Uh-huh.
Ephemer? M-Effer?
Why the long face? Did something happen?
Long day. Do you remember what you asked me before? About why the unions compete against each other instead of working together? Actually, I always wondered the same thing.
Huh? Isn't it just because the master said so?
Yes. And as such, we must obey. The master said so. So it is. Lately, I've really started to wonder. You once told me that you were looking for answers. That you wanted to solve the mysteries of this world. Well, I think that's how things should be. We need to question things and think for ourselves.
Whoa! You are really not yourself today. I guess even foretellers have their off days. Hey, maybe talking about the book will cheer you up.
Not a chance.
Aww.
You were trying to pull a fast one on me, weren't you?
Who the heck is
No,
Ephemer?
no, I was joking.
If you say so. But to be honest, I think it would be great if all the unions could work together and be friends.
You know, I made a friend from another union today. Wasn't much of a talker, maybe just shy. We're meeting again tomorrow.
That sounds like so much fun. Then you'd better go home and get some sleep.
Okay. Well, it was nice talking to you. I don't know what's got you down, but please cheer up.
Thank you. If the worst happens, I'll be glad to leave the future to the kids who see the world in the way that you do.
This is a good
Let
little...
the wind carry you far, far away. My dandelions.
This is a good little taste of what's to come, I think, with the visuals and stuff. I'm excited. Because we've been in PS2, how I said. PS2 graphics are way too long.
Envy. Have you learned something?
It seems Ased and Gula's unions are now allied.
So Ased is the traitor after all.
No, I don't believe he is.
Why's that?
To Ased, unification is a means of gathering strength to oppose the darkness. So I believe his heart still belongs to the light.
Even so, forming alliances was strictly forbidden by the Master.
Yes, and his teachings are absolute. That's why I will try and persuade Gula to dissolve their alliance.
Then I'll do it.
No. Please, let me do the talking. Your intervention will do nothing more than spur Ased's anger.
All right. I'll leave it to you.
And one more thing. Ased has begun to question the two of us. As a precaution, my reports will be less frequent. I don't want him to get the wrong idea. Please understand.
Yes, I do.
The classic style looks better. I mean, I've grown to love it, but I want to see some sparkles. I want to see some of the particles, you know, in the air. When I'm doing like some magic spells and stuff, I want to see all that cool stuff. This is a few months later.
I think I'm done.
Done with what?
The Alliance. I think it's time to call it quits.
For what reason?
To put it simply, I entered this alliance thinking we were preparing to fight some impending darkness, but it hasn't come. In fact, there haven't been any suspicious incidents recently, and you haven't rallied anyone else to your cause.
Yeah, but...
This alliance is meaningless. Even Envy agrees.
Envy?
Uh-oh. You weren't supposed to find out.
Is Envy the one who told you to break our alliance?
He's trying to plant some seeds here. This guy I don't trust.
But I'm the one who decided to do it. And I've already told you why.
But we don't even know who the traitor is yet!
I don't trust this little guy here.
And that's exactly why. I just can't trust anyone but myself.
Don't you realize you won't stand a chance against the darkness on your own?
Sorry, my mind's made up.
What's this dude's name? I forgot his name already. I know Envy. There's Lushu. Aced.
Envy, you will regret this.
I'm trying to remember this dude's, the little yellow guy's name, the one that just walked off. I feel like he's the most suspicious out of all of them. He's too calm and collected.
You been here long? My bad.
No.
So, what did you want?
You didn't forget, did you? You're the one who called me here.
Lighten up! I was just kidding. I didn't forget.
Is that the Master of Masters?
Give me a little credit here. I was just testing you.
He has such a personality.
Right.
Now then, allow me to tell you about your role. You're going to be Ira's right-hand man.
Ira.
What? Ira's right-hand man? What do you mean?
Well, Ira's gonna be the new leader after I'm gone, you see. So, just stand by. Don't disappoint.
Explain to me, Master. What do you mean Ira's going to be leader?
What?
Gula.
Is that disappointment I hear? Did you want to be leader?
No! I mean, if you had asked me to be the leader, that's a different story, but I wasn't trying.
You really want to be leader, huh?
Well...
I know you want it, but that just isn't enough. Any chump can say, here's a huge promotion, good job, and make you head honcho. But enthusiasm alone doesn't make a great leader. Ira needs someone like you to give him a push in the right direction.
I agree. Ira is definitely the most worthy among us. I'm sure he'll make a fine leader.
Then it's settled.
Wait, I agree that he is worthy. But why do we need a new leader, Master? Does that mean you will no longer be teaching us?
Well, I might disappear one day. Well, I might disappear.
Disappear? Why? Where?
Speak up sooner if you're listening. It's embarrassing for me.
This dude.
Anyway, I don't know if I'm gonna disappear or not. It's anyone's guess right now.
But...
In any case, you need to support Ira. We both know he's quite serious. He's always just thinking and thinking and thinking behind that unicorn mask of his. So everyone will be counting on you to spur him into action.
Right.
You might not be entirely happy with your role, but just know that it's the most important one. Capiche?
So
Shall I elaborate? Making Ira the leader is all good in theory, but sometime later you might think, he's terrible at this. In which case it'll be your job to step up. Who knows? Your leadership might be just what everyone needs. And that is your true role.
So Aced is going to be the traitor. Just kind of unknowingly.
May your heart be your guiding key. Best of luck, Aced.
It's been over a year since the Master left. It's time for me to fulfill my true role.
He's over here fighting against Envy? And Gula, you said, is the name of that little one, right? The little one with the yellow robe. Dude, how can you not get hype over this kind of stuff? It's so cool.
Don't be so conceited. I'm protecting the balance, just like the Master told us to. You need to come to your senses!
If we don't do something, light will expire. Then we won't be able to avoid the grim future that awaits. We need to defy the Master's teachings to protect the world.
You're saying he was wrong?
He's not here anymore. I won't let his prophecy come true. I won't let the world fall into darkness.
You fool!
You fool! Yo, that's freaking sick. I'll read that right now, Izzy. Hold on. Oh, so good. Ray Drummer. He isn't streaming until 8 p.m. Mountain Time. Alright. Alright, for sure, man.
Ava, over here!
I'll make sure I write that down.
Envy! Asad! What's going on?
I found out who the traitor is. Regrettably.
No, that's not true!
It's Asad.
Ava, there's no time to lose.
First stream? Heck yeah. Hopefully he stays on for a while. I don't know when I'm going to be finished with this, but yeah, definitely.
May my heart be my guiding key.
Oh, he's gone. I can't let him survive. Drummer. Says he was last live 2 days ago. Maybe he was just testing out stuff. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, hit him with the follow so I can check on mobile.
Master. Master?
It's all cutscenes. It's great.
If you're busy, I can always come back later.
Sure. Oh, no, stay.
It's
Now
interesting because it's all cutscenes.
Ah, here it is.
And it's characters that I'm not really familiar with. This is before everything. So I'm trying to catch up with names and stuff. And it's kind of the lore. How everything started in some way.
Go on, read it.
So it's interesting. It definitely has some tidbits that I need to pay attention
This is from
to.
the Book of Prophecies. But
Yep. It's a page that's not in any of your books.
See, it's this dude. What's his name? Gula?
what's written here is...
Your role. You must find the traitor hidden among you, and stop them before it's too late. And in order to help you find the traitor...
I get it. That's why you gave us all different roles, isn't it? If anyone deviates from the job they were given, we can easily conclude that they are the traitor. It's brilliant.
Way to steal my thunder, show off.
This guy reminds me of Axel. Or Lee, rather.
It's not fair. My plan was supposed to blow your mind with its grandeur. Your jaw should have hit the floor at my sheer genius.
I'm sorry? But was my logic flawed?
Oh, you're right. So, I guess now you've earned your time in the limelight. Even though there is a traitor, act normal and keep focused. Trust no one but yourself.
The one page that nobody has except him.
Trust no one but myself.
I'm starting to wonder if they're going to start killing off each of the members.
Gula.
It's going to be Gula who's the traitor.
Do you want to know what my role is? The books we were given are incomplete. There's a lost page.
Lost page?
On that page, it is written that there is a traitor. The Master told me to find and stop that person.
His Keyblade's pretty sick.
I called you my comrade. But never again, Gula. It doesn't matter to me if you think I am the traitor, and you want to strike me down. You knew there was a traitor, and you just watched silently as we fought each other. And I won't forgive you for that.
You can barely stay on your feet. Just give up already!
Don't you underestimate me!
That guy's voice actor sounds like Ansem. Xehanort. Well, you know who I'm talking about. Raiden.
Please stop!
Ooh. If that didn't kill Gula, then that's gonna point all the blame towards Ased, as if he is the true traitor, even though he was kind of not. Oh, it's not. It sounds like it. The game up more. Should I up the game up more, Steve? Is that an issue for you too? I'll up it up a little bit. Cause I'm seeing levels, but
Why did it have to come to this?
same voice actor for Roy Mustang in Full Metal Alchemist, if you're familiar. I'm familiar with the character, but I haven't actually seen it.
Come to finish me off? Then make it quick.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out stuff. Hold on.
That's not what brought me here today. I wish to fulfill the role bestowed upon me. That's all. It isn't our place to try to change the events of the future. That is not our mission. We're here to make sure that light lives on. With only 5 lights, we can't afford to lose any.
You still count me as one of the 5 lights?
So this is still doing the same thing that they were doing, we have the current issue of right now before the Keyblade War, is that they're gonna have the 7 lights versus the 13 darkness, right? And that's leading up to the first Keyblade War, which I think what we're leading up to now is another Keyblade War.
Of course.
Only you could be such a good guy after everything we've been through. But hey, I guess that's one of the reasons I respect you so much. However, we still might only be 4.
Nani?
I'm talking about Gula.
Yeah, it's
He's
Gula.
using the knowledge of something called the Lost Page. He said that it contains events that are missing from all of our books. He's using it to discover and apprehend whoever is the traitor. Claims that's his role. But who knows what his real intentions are? What I do know is that I'll never forgive him for hiding the fact that he knew someone would betray us. That's the biggest betrayal of all.
I'd like to believe the Gula was simply carrying out his role. Aset, I'll deal with this matter. Please keep it to yourself for now.
Understood.
I need to see that lost page.
Izzy, let me know if audio is fine for
Why did you tell Ira?
for the game, if you can hear it fine. Because I'm like, Josie says she can't, or she should turn it up a little bit more because she cannot hear it well. But I'm seeing the levels, and like just in normal audio talking, they're just having dialogue. It's peaking a little bit at like already reaching yellow, which is like the warning kind of thing before red, where it's like breaking the thing. So I'm trying to figure it out. Like, I turned it up a little bit more,
It had to be you.
but right now
Because you were the only one who knew where we were hiding.
they're already reaching yellow.
Didn't you think for a second that your actions could be making things worse than they already are?
And why should that even bother you? Not only do you have your union, but you've also gathered the finest Keyblade wielders from other unions, and you're training them in a secret location, aren't you?
Yes, because that is my role.
I had no idea. I apologize. I overstepped.
No. I shouldn't have snapped at you either.
What did Ira want?
I don't know exactly. He just asked me to give up Gula. His eyes, they were scary. I was worried he'd do something awful. I knew I couldn't tell him where Gula was. Then he turned around and walked away.
I see. And Gula? How is he doing?
I don't know. He's gone.
Freaking Gula. And yeah, it's because the audio, when they're just talking, and if it's reaching yellow, that's already kind of iffy, because when battle starts or stuff starts happening, like action, then that's going to go into like higher yellow.
Someone's
and then red.
coming.
And I don't want that.
They're headed straight this way.
Take care of him.
Yo, Gare Bear with the host? Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you as always, man.
Is something wrong?
I know Gula's here.
What?
Tell me where he is.
Nice, nice. Drive safely,
why?
man.
What are you going to do?
None of your concern.
Don't.
What?
I won't let you near him.
So that's it. All right. I'll go.
Nice. How do I have the custom bot? I have that from...
Gula, what are you doing?
I have that with my... If you use Streamlabs, it's not in the Streamlabs website or through OBS. I have... Like somewhere on their website, they advertise a thing called Streamlabs Chatbot, or maybe you can just search it up, Streamlabs Chatbot. It works flawlessly with Streamlabs OBS, but the thing is, I don't use Prime now. The thing is with Streamlabs Chatbot is that you need to have it open as a separate window, and you can do audio commands too. So if we want to do Nani or like anything else you want to set it up. Hey, thank you so much for the bits, man. 100 bits. You godly baby bro. I'm just watching. I'm not even playing right now. Watching this story and stuff. Thank you so much, man. That's super awesome of you. But yeah, Izzy, so it is just Streamlabs chatbot, and you can actually go through the link through the profile thing and link a account to respond. So I just created Evil Fatality 69, and that one is attached to Streamlabs chatbot. So whenever you type in anything, it just responds through the account that you attach to it. So if anybody does like a subscription, or somebody follows or raids or anything like that, or throws bits, or the bits and stuff, I don't know why you didn't do it there, but it usually responds. So still godly games in general. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, we're just watching this, and then once we're done with this, we're gonna play 0.2 and hopefully catch up to where Kingdom Hearts 3 starts.
Something happened?
Ira was here.
The flute
He wanted me to give you up.
I knew it. It's finally come to this.
Come to what?
Everyone wants to know about the lost page.
The lost page?
Yeah. It's a page the Master gave me. It doesn't exist in any of our books. It contains a passage about an inevitable betrayal. It talks about the one who bears the sigil. That's it. So, I don't know what to make of it, to be honest. My role is to find out who it is. I suspected Ased and went to confront him. And look what happened.
Why are you telling me this, Gula? I have enough to think about, keeping with the Master's teachings and my role.
Always walking the straight and narrow. I'm a fool for basing my actions on what is written on that lost page. Everything in the passage is ambiguous at best. That's why I need to find out.
But how?
By asking the Master.
But he's not here anymore.
I'm going to summon Kingdom Hearts.
Nani?
What?
Then he'll have no choice but to come back.
Summoning Kingdom Hearts is forbidden!
That's exactly why. The only way to get him back is to break the rules. If things don't change, the entire world is doomed.
See, so Gula is the
But
traitor.
in order to go through with it,
Without wanting to be.
I'll need Lux. I don't have nearly enough. You always do the right thing. Help me with this.
I'm sorry. I know you want the Master to return. But you don't know how summoning Kingdom Hearts will affect the rest of the world. The Master, he forbid it for a reason. I'm afraid I can't help you.
I see. May your heart be your guiding key.
It's freaking Gula. Lizzo. She's still there. It just plays the Pokemon song. I switch it up every once in a while.
Gula's on a
so-
mission to collect Lux.
Ah. That explains why Ased and Ira are as well. They're trying to maintain the balance. But that isn't the balance we were expected to keep. If everyone's collecting light solely for themselves, Keyblade wielders will soon turn against one another, which will lead to
The Keyblade War.
the Keyblade War.
Nani?
And what's written in the book, all of it will happen.
Light will expire.
Envy, what are you going to do?
I'll gather Lux too. No matter what, the balance must be kept. Ava, you do the same. We must delay the inevitable.
Right.
I wonder if we're gonna see what. Remember in the Keyblade graveyard, we saw that giant thing just go through that mountain and break apart and then create that huge crater. I wonder if we're gonna see that happen or what caused it. So Ava and Envy, Gula and Lushu, and then Ira and Aced are working together, each of them in pairs, I guess. And we're getting flashbacks, I guess, to when the Master talked to each of them. I'm wondering if the Master kind of like
What's written in the last page of the book is gonna happen.
manipulated each of them.
The entire world will be lost to darkness.
But Master, isn't there anything we can do?
Well, that's what brings me to your role. You might just be the only hope of keeping light from expiring.
He's like manipulating each of them.
Hope? Master, what is it that you need me to do? Oh,
Don't get involved in any battles. Forget the notion of unions. Find Keyblade wielders with potential and create an entirely separate organization. Then, like the seeds of a dandelion, let them fly to another world. They will keep the light alive.
you really think that I'm the right person for this?
Ava, you're the only person for this.
I understand.
He's setting up a bigger picture here.
Today you're here to continue with your training for our mission. This session may seem like it's familiar to you, but in a world that is different, one made of dreams, you are our hope. A war will soon wage. Those who strive to protect the light will turn their weapons on their allies for the sake of loyalty to their own unions. To be honest, I don't know how far I can guide all of you. What you must remember is that anyone can lose themselves to the darkness. However, there will be no winners. Everything will be lost.
How many years in the
Except
past does this take place?
all of you who are the seeds of hope. When the time comes, and there is war, you mustn't fight, but instead you must fly away from here to the world outside. This training is to help you fulfill this crucial task. The future is in all your hands, as is the world's light. May your hearts be your guiding key.
God, they each have some cool Keyblades. Oh, now he's talking about Lushu, his apprentice.
The gazing eye?
It's not what it's called.
Oh, what then?
Actually, no name.
That Keyblade looks familiar.
No name. Well, gazing or not, that Keyblade does have an eye in it. My eye, to be exact. Ew! Oh, you think that's gross, do ya?
No.
Yeah, sure. Anyway, about your role. You need to
I knew
pass
it.
down that Keyblade.
Yeah, okay, so that's Xehanort's, right? Lushu is Xehanort. Because I'm seeing that Keyblade, and that's Xehanort's Keyblade. I knew it looked familiar, like some bad guy recently, but I couldn't put my
To your
My
apprentice,
eye on
and
it.
then him to his, so that my eye can see the
No.
future.
What the?
So the Book of Prophecies.
Bingo! The fact that it exists is proof of your success. That means you've trained a worthy apprentice, passed down that handsome Keyblade, and fulfilled your role. Congratulations! What's the matter? Come on, you did a fantastic job. At least smile a little.
But I haven't done anything yet.
Good point. Guess you'd better get started then. Unfortunately, you'll have to go alone from here on out. No book of prophecies to keep you company either. I can't have you causing any temporal paradoxes. But hey, we both know you'll do just fine without it, right?
Do I really have to go alone? What about the others?
Minor details, so don't sweat it. For now, you, that Keyblade, and this box need to stay out of sight. Just watch with your own
What's
eyes,
up with that box?
and my eye, of course, as things unfold between the others. Then, when the time is right, go off and do your thing.
What's in it?
It's a secret. And, well, you see, the thing is, you can never, ever open it.
Great, now I really want to know.
All right.
I want to know too.
I'll indulge you. But this secret stays between the two of us, and you have to promise never to open the box.
I promise. But why?
You'll see.
He just said, Nani? Ah, now he brought the box out here to the Keyblade. Well, what will be known as the Keyblade Graveyard? Oh, snap. Is something in that box gonna be killing everybody? Just wipe out everybody? Xehanort's inside that box.
May my heart be my guiding key.
What? Wait, what? Nani? Did I miss something? Did I skip something? What the hell kind of ending was that? So you don't know what that box is? Or do you know? Exactly, Josie. Big old Nani. Nani? Here are my thoughts. Oh, let me turn down the game volume a little bit. If Steve is lost, we are all lost. Just know that the... What? MOM? Oh, Master of Masters knew the Keyblade War was coming. And that it would result in the world being split into smaller worlds. Okay. And from the moment that you saw Luciu with what would be known as Xehanort's Keyblade, do you happen to know, without spoilers of course for Kingdom Hearts 3 or whatever, do you know how exactly Xehanort came to own that Keyblade? From Luciu? It's a big old Nani moment. Kind of ending. But it did kind of give some sort of background a little bit. It did kind of, just basically things are being manipulated and foretold from even before the first Keyblade War. And I learned the fact that the Keyblade War happened the same way that's going to be happening in Kingdom Hearts 3, 7v13, 7 Guardians of Light, Keyblade wielders, like that. against the 13. Okay, so the Master of Masters, he tasked those characters with jobs. Ava had a task to make a Plan B guild of Keyblade wielders. And what Luciu was tasked with, No Name, and that box. And to just watch and observe. No, I don't know how Xander gets No Name. Oh, No Name is the actual thing. Hey, what's up, City? Thank you so much for the raid earlier, man. I appreciate that so much. We had just barely started. We're barely about to get started, and this is... We just finished Union Cross back cover. It was just a movie. We just watched it for an hour. It's all good, though.